The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by Invisalign, trusted by over 500 NFL players for their winning smiles. And broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your host, Nicole Hutchison.
Welcome in, Cowboys Nation, into Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by Invisalign. Here in the SWBC studio, I'm Nicole Hutchison alongside Aisha Morrison, Bonnie Jo Laughlin, and Christy Scales. Ladies, how y'all doing? Cowboys, well, let's just get straight to it because we don't have a lot of time. The Cowboys falling in a Week 14 to the Cincinnati Bengals, 27-20, but the biggest news of the game, obviously with the loss of DeMarvion Overshown, who is out for the season. No timetable just yet on his recovery process and whether we'll see him in 2025. But Jordan Schultz reported earlier that Overshown did tear his ACL, his PCL, and his MCL Monday night against the Bengals. So tough loss for...
But no nerve damage, right? Which I think
no
was
nerve
supposed
damage.
to be the positive, right, Chrissy?
Yes. Yeah, but the Cowboys certainly losing a impactful player, but like Mike McCarthy said, a bright spot to this team, ladies.
Yeah, his infectious personality, he is a bright light, and it was a very somber, morose locker room, and the way Coach McCarthy described it just moments ago in his press conference was that was as heavy of a locker room as we've had, and you could feel it because not only DeMarvion Overshown, but AO, Amani Oruwariye, who made the mistake touching the punt, trying to field the punt football after it had been blocked on the punt. His locker is over in the far corner, and he's sitting there with the towel over his head, hiding his face, and just absolutely despondent. And so, yeah, it was heavy because it was a loss of one of your dynamic young players, a loss on the scoreboard, a missed opportunity, and even though still mathematically alive, it's like a less than 1% chance of making the playoffs. So it was a very tough evening.
That one really stung. I've been a fan of Demo since Texas Longhorn, since I'm a Longhorn, and just seeing what the bright spots and what he's done and what kind of player, how he's been able to bounce back from such a horrible injury and having to deal with that all over again. And Navarro Bowman from the Niners, he had an injury exactly, and he was out for the entire next season.
Yeah, the fact that this is December and at mid-December when he has his injury, Coach McCarthy alluded to the fact that, yes, it's possible that he does miss the 2025 season.
Yeah, I'm sick, y'all.
Yeah, it stung.
Like, I've been, I mean, I don't know, I've loved football for a while now. I feel like I've only been helping cover the team for the last 3 years while being a part of, the podcast and the draft coverage. And I don't know if I felt like this about an injury to a player. Yeah. It's been really hard just because, like, I have an attachment to DeMarvion Overshown as a person, but also to I empathize with the injury and the process and until you have gone through having a grueling injury that like this, it is just difficult to quantify the mental fortitude that you have to get through it. And the thing about it is that I do understand that he got it. It doesn't negate that it's not going to be hard and it doesn't hurt and it's not. So I've really taken this kind of hard, and listening to Mike McCarthy today, just now in his presser, he said something. And again, in our business, I'm not a fan of the "I told you so" folks, but I'm going to toot my horn a little bit about DeMarvion Overshown and what I thought about him coming into this season. I watched him every day when I came on the draft show in the off season. Most people aren't in the building, and you see him on the field. And you look out that window, just glancing, ain't just looking, ain't really just glancing. You see him out there busting his tail, working, busting his tail.
One of very few.
Very few. His spirit, how he carries himself, it's infectious. And you see it on the field. I saw it in his draft film. And I remember, like I said, I remember the scouts, how decimated they seemed when he got injured as well. Like, there is so much potential there. I just feel heavy at the fact that, like, I felt like coming to the season he was going to be a difference maker. He was that. And I think at times you would forget this is a linebacker.
Yeah.
Linebacker.
Yeah.
the position focuses on change of direction, speed, closing speed, processing. He came off of an ACL injury. A lot of guys are not the same even from that. That already shows you he's different.
Exactly.
He comes in, he's learning the position, and every game he's gotten better. And so I'm very emotional today about seeing him go down. And I know he's encouraged, and I know everyone else is, but having to go back and watch the tape today and seeing him just jump off the film and know we're not going to get that for a pretty long time has sat with me pretty rough today.
And that was something that he had told me in media day when I got a chance to speak with him. And I was like, what does a successful season look like for you? Obviously speaking in 2024. And he had told me that I want to be in the conversation of being Defensive Player of the Year. And it sucks because he was having a caliber season of like that. He may have not won, but it was a season like that. And it sucks. It sucks specifically for a guy like DeMarvion Overshown who, like Bonnie Jill had mentioned, had torn his ACL his rookie season, didn't get to play his rookie season. But he's had a lot of mental toughness, and you see that from him, just getting a chance to speak to him. But you also feel for his family. Because that's something that is very important to him.
And his teammates, they're taking it really hard.
But his family, man, like he's always talking about, I want to make sure my family's straight. I want to make sure that they're good, and football is the way to do that. And it's very unfortunate that we won't be able to get a chance to see DeMarvion Overshown for, like Aisha mentioned, quite some time. But also the players certainly feeling the emotion in the locker room as well. Michael Parsons, when asked about his first reaction with DeMarvion Overshown going down, let's go ahead and take a listen to what he had to say.
Dog, I cried. It's like my little bro. Like, he don't deserve that either. He really don't. So, just to understand what he's going to have to go through and to be there for him physically, mentally is just so challenging because he's so talented. The year he was having, I mean, dog, I really just don't think that's fair either.
You hardly see or hear Michael Parsons getting emotional.
Yeah,
really
he was standing
Absolutely.
right there in the scrum, and he was trying to contain himself. You can hear it in the voice, but just being right there, when you're blinking your eyes and you're trying not to lose it, that's what it was like.
Yeah, the wording, the wording to say he doesn't deserve that.
Yeah.
Like that, the empathy in that, like you can hear that. And here's another thing though, is like Micah's like looking at Overshown, and he like, we don't consider Micah a veteran, but he is starting to get to that point. So he sees some of himself in Overshown. And there's similarities in their play. And the same way we discovered Micah was a pass rusher, that's how we discovered that. It just happened to be not DeMarcus Lawrence and Michael Parsons being out. The closing speed, the ferocity, the attitude. The best linebackers come in tandems.
Yeah. That's for sure.
And he feels that. And
Micah's life just got harder as a player
Yes.
because you don't have Demo taking some of the attention.
Heck yeah. He's thinking to himself, like, we've seen it in the NFL. Yeah, there's good linebackers, but boy, that Greenlaw and Warner together, something serious. And so he's saying he probably is envisioning something like that. And to the reality of like what's happening right now has to be hard for him too. I
am too.
Talking
Just
myself.
listening to it makes me like tear
Talking
up.
myself into it again. But yeah, I mean, this defense performed well last night. To hold the Bengals, obviously you had that last minute TD that just, why? But to hold the Bengals, who have been averaging 35 points a game, to 20 points to the fourth, I mean, I thought the defensive effort,
It was there.
the game plan,
Definitely.
the things that they did was, and that's why it's another reason why it's gut wrenching, is because these guys felt like they played well enough to win this game. And I'm just, it's heavy. Like this, like, I don't know if you guys feel it, but it does feel kind of heavy. I'm trying to uplift my spirits.
no, it does.
Because that wasn't
Definitely.
within reach.
It's
you know?
depressing.
It was right
Yeah,
there.
Everything
that's-
about it's depressing.
That's why this week is going to be really telling. Short week, going to Carolina, and to be able to turn it around because they have been playing hard. And I know they had the 2-game win streak, but the effort and the attitude and that has not been an issue this year. But this is going to be a big test this week. I'm talking
can
about
bounce
your
back.
approach and bouncing back.
Emotionally.
Yes, ma'am.
It's going to be a big test for this team. Going to be a big test for Demo. Certainly praying. All of us are praying for him for a healthy recovery, not a speedy one, because we do not want to rush him back. Just a healthy recovery.
It's just frustrating. The injuries that we've faced is just so frustrating, right? When you start to think about it, it's like, I hate to use the word curse, but it's just snake bitten, whatever you want to say. It's just...
Yeah, you lost your starting
really
center
wonder,
to a
like,
concussion and your
geez.
best special teams
Yes.
player to a hamstring
and
injury.
it's constant.
The hits keep coming.
Every week.
No,
it's frustrating. It's frustrating. All right, we're going to take our first break and be right back with more Girls Talk, Boys Talk.
Hey y'all, Matt Pittman of Meat Church here. With football season kicking off, I'm already gearing up to bring the smoker back to AT&T Stadium for some epic tailgates. But with that Texas heat, it's crucial to keep my beer hand cramping cold. That's where Yeti's insulated Colster can cooler comes in clutch. This year, you can even get them with the iconic star engraved on the side. Licensed Yeti Cowboys gear is now available at Stadium Pro Shops, concessions, and on Yeti.com. Check it out today. Yeti, official cooler and drinkware of the Dallas Cowboys.
Discover Aiden, the official luggage partner of the Dallas Cowboys and Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Known for top-tier engineering and craftsmanship, Aiden offers more than just bags. Originating from Australia and designed in New York, it merges fashion, design, and culture. Used by Dallas Cowboys players, staff, and the entire organization, Aiden provides style and functionality for all travelers. Visit AidenTheBrand.com and use code AidenXCowboys for 25% off your purchase. Travel like your favorite stars with Aiden.
When you're on the field, you know what it takes to lead your team and play with confidence. But that confidence shouldn't just stop at game time. It should follow you off the field, too. Join over 500 NFL players who trust Invisalign, the #1 doctor-recommended clear aligner brand. Ready to take the first step towards a smile you'll love? Visit Invisalign.com/NFL and find a doctor near you today. Transform your smile and take your confidence to the next level, both on the field and off.
Cowboys fans, when it comes to navigating the ever-changing world of tax, your business needs a partner it can trust to tackle even your biggest tax challenges. Ryan is the largest firm in the world dedicated exclusively to business taxes. Our team of tax professionals has local expertise in all areas of tax and can help you uncover savings opportunities you didn't know you had. Learn more about how Ryan can improve your overall corporate tax performance by visiting Ryan.com. Ryan, the official tax partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
All right, welcome back into Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by Invisalign. Nicole Hutchinson, Aisha Morrison, Bonnie Jo Laughlin, and Christy Scales. All right, on a lighter note, Rico Dowdle having another career day. I mean, he went from having a career day against the Giants and then set a new career high in rushing yards. Second straight 100-plus rushing yard game. Just thoughts on Rico Dowdle and his continued improvement over the course of the weeks.
I just love to see like his confidence. You can really see what's changed. He has some swagger about it. He doesn't seem like he's beaten down. He seems like he's ready. I personally would have liked to see them run the ball even more during that game. That was my thoughts. It's working. Let's keep it up. But I just love seeing it, and that's kind of like a silver lining, I guess. If you think about one thing from the game was how great he's doing.
Mm-hmm. What you got, Christy?
Over 7 yards a carry for Rico.
Insane.
It just running with authority.
Yes.
And kudos to the offensive line, because
Yes,
we mentioned
ma'am.
Cooper Beebe
And Brock
leaving
Hoffman,
the
he
game.
stepped up. I was
Brock
shocked,
Hoffman moving from right guard to
Yeah.
center. TJ Bass having to step in. And Chuma Edoga, only his second game action since dislocating his left big toe in preseason. So, they were moving guys off the ball, and Rico was taking advantage. So, Mike McCarthy did say in his press conference earlier that he wishes he had a couple of play calls back, specifically a couple in the red zone, and then that last series, a couple plays after Rico got the 14-yard run. So shoulda, woulda, coulda, but it's the holiday season.
Right.
If ifs and buts were candy and nuts.
We would all have a Merry Christmas.
Wait, where's that from?
I know that. The Slammin' Salmon.
Wait, what is that from?
No, that's from them. That's from something else, but I first heard it on the Slammin' Salmon.
What is that?
If you like Super Troopers, it's very neat.
That's an old saying. If ifs and buts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. It's like we'd all like to do things, if this,
okay.
But is
if
that
this,
from
but
something?
for
Is
that.
that a movie?
Oh yeah, that's some holiday thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
My bad.
I like it, Christy.
I'm gonna introduce you to the
perfect for
Slam and
that.
Salmon. I think you'll be entertained.
Okay.
I mean, as far as the run game goes, I agree with Bonnie Joe and Christy. I do think situationally in that game. Here's my thing about the run game. Listen, I understand the numbers say that the efficiency on first down wasn't there at times. So what?
Yep.
So what? This team has not shown you they can do it consistently, so you do it again.
Right.
Your offensive line was dominating in that game in spots, especially in the run game. I love they decided to do some more inside zone, and I thought that, you know, Tyler Smith and Brock Hoffman did a great job coming behind the formation, trapping. They used duo and combo where there's two guys on one guy just trying to get up the field, disengaging, and that's what's opening up some of these rushing lanes for Rico Dowdle. I love the patience that Rico is displaying. You know, you talk about the vision. There's times, like, obviously every running back's not going to make every right decision. They're not going to make every right read. It would be nice. However, there were times in this game where you saw him just wait. Like, you could feel him wait on film. You see him wait, and I call it the acceleration point. Some guys know when, right now. Right now. I think he's, to your point, Christy, is getting more of a feel and understanding. He's also running behind guys he knows. Yeah. You know, some of these guys that are in there now are his second string guys. So he has a feel for them too. I agree. I thought this offensive line, we've seen improvement in this offensive line that I think is a luxury.
Yes.
I think this is a luxury to be able to run your offense with multiple backups on your offensive line. And so, I applaud the run game. I agree. I think they should have stuck to it a little bit more in spots, ladies.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about that second possession where they get all the way to the red zone, and just looking back at the play calls, I mean, Rico Dowdle just had a 19-yard gain, and then you go into Zeke, only a 1-yard pickup, and then a short right pass to Jake Ferguson, incompletion to Jalen Tolbert. I mean, just stick with what's working.
Yes.
Rico Dowdle, I mean, you guys all hit it on the nail. Vision's there. He's running with confidence, and that's something that he's been low-key saying all season long, that he is this guy. It just took time for, obviously, coaching staff to kind of get the chemistry going.
And to build the trust,
and
I
to
think,
build the
too,
trust as well.
that he can do it.
Absolutely. But I feel like he said the eye in the sky, they don't lie. So, that's all I got to say.
He doesn't celebrate. Like, have you noticed that about him, too? It's like,
It's a quiet, humble brag.
Yeah.
You know, but he's right. Film, eye in the sky. Film don't lie.
it's
That's
not
exactly
lying.
right.
Yeah. It's not lying. It's showing what he's capable of. So, hey.
It's nice looking into next season because we weren't sure at the beginning of the season, running back by committee. Now you're like, okay, of course we still need to add to that, but it's nice to know that we've got him.
If he's a foundational piece, I would be okay with that. I
have
think
a compliment piece, and that's it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think he's shown enough for you to be. Oh, Hunter Lipke.
I think so, too.
Can't forget him. Hunter Lipke. Some of the things that Nicole's going to have him on Cowboys Hour here after the show today.
I love him.
Get to know Hunter Lipke a little bit more. He some of the things he did, lead blocking. You talk about confidence too, and playing with physicality too. He's come along at this latter part of the season. The tight ends, Mike McCarthy mentioned the tight ends. Hunter Lipke's included in that.
Absolutely.
I know that they call him a fullback. He's really a tight end.
He's a versatile player.
He does tight end things a lot of the time.
But they've been playing a lot more 12, a lot more two tight ends.
Bless the Lord. Hey.
Yeah, with Ferguson back, you
Hey,
know, and
hey.
Schoonmaker coming on.
12 personnel. We don't get to see that like that.
I'm crying. All right, what would y'all have wanted to see outside of seeing a little bit more of the run game? What else did y'all want to see from this offense?
Man, Cooper Rush just had some missed passes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was just like there's one that he missed. Just Jake Ferguson. You know, one of the 3 and outs in the fourth quarter, it's a little harder throw than it looks, but you just cannot miss that. You
Rolling to his left?
Yes, yeah.
See,
you can't miss it.
I know. I agree. I'm on the fence. I'm like, you can't miss that, Mike. You know you can't make that throw like that. You know he ain't got enough.
I just feel like Cooper is rushing, not Cooper. Cooper is hurrying when he doesn't need to at times.
He's getting rid of the ball fast.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to get sacked. So
Yeah, but I mean, I thought the protection overall was pretty
I
good.
thought
I
so
know
too.
Hendrickson got him at the end, but it's like you didn't have to rush.
But
you
he
didn't
seems
have
like
to
he's
hurry
always
some of these
rushing.
throws. So man, there were just like so many plays that's like, oh my gosh, just off just a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's a game of millimeters and timing.
What
It was
about
off.
you? What about you,
It's the
Bonnie?
same thing. I noticed that he's getting rid of the ball so quickly. He's scared. It's like, and I think he thinks there's pressure there, but he had more time. He always had more time, but
Yeah.
and you think he'd be settling into that, but that was especially in the fourth quarter.
And I know what Aisha's going to say. Throw the ball down the field.
I ain't gonna say that.
We're talking about offense,
I wish that all of Michael Parsons' 50 million zillion pressures were sacks.
I know he didn't get one
God,
sack.
Joe
Yeah,
Burrow
Joe Burrow
was
is ridiculous.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yo.
that's some of the best quarterbacking
Yep.
I've seen in years. Oh, how he avoids
The feet.
everything. Oh my
There was a time
gosh,
he avoided
is-
Micah and freak.
Was it Donovan?
It might have been Donovan.
Oh, Donovan
at the
Wilson
same
coming
time,
in.
and I'm like, yo, what is
Yes.
happening?
Yeah.
No, he's
If
nuts.
all of those
Nuts.
plays, like, because Donovan Wilson missed a sack, there were times they're touching with their fingertips, and he just manipulates that pocket. He just steps up, slides, does all the right things. If I could change anything, it would be that they finish some of those plays.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna go back and yes, you had the muff thing and you had some unfortunate things happen, but they had opportunities in this game, little opportunities that could have shifted the Bengals being able to move the ball downfield. I would change that.
That was something I feel like we said last week. You can't just get pressure on this kid.
Yeah.
You have to get home.
Oh, we
Yes.
talked about it. That's our job.
That doesn't phase him.
We also talked about contain.
Yeah, I feel like we talked about all of that. It's all right. All right, we're going to take our last break and wrap things up next here on Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by Invisalign.
When you're on the field, you know what it takes to lead your team and play with confidence. But that confidence shouldn't just stop at game time. It should follow you off the field, too. Join over 500 NFL players who trust Invisalign, the #1 doctor-recommended clear aligner brand. Ready to take the first step towards a smile you'll love? Visit Invisalign.com/NFL and find a doctor near you today. Transform your smile and take your confidence to the next level, both on the field and off.
Cowboys fans, when it comes to navigating the ever-changing world of tax, your business needs a partner it can trust to tackle even your biggest tax challenges. Ryan is the largest firm in the world dedicated exclusively to business taxes. Our team of tax professionals has local expertise in all areas of tax and can help you uncover savings opportunities you didn't know you had. Learn more about how Ryan can improve your overall corporate tax performance by visiting Ryan.com. Ryan, the official tax partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey y'all, Matt Pittman of Meat Church here. With football season kicking off, I'm already gearing up to bring the smoker back to AT&T Stadium for some epic tailgates. But with that Texas heat, it's crucial to keep my beer hand cramping cold. That's where Yeti's insulated Colster can cooler comes in clutch. This year, you can even get them with the iconic star engraved on the side. Licensed Yeti Cowboys gear is now available at Stadium Pro Shops, concessions, and on Yeti.com. Check it out today. Yeti, official cooler and drinkware of the Dallas Cowboys.
Discover Aiden, the official luggage partner of the Dallas Cowboys and Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Known for top-tier engineering and craftsmanship, Aiden offers more than just bags. Originating from Australia and designed in New York, it merges fashion, design, and culture. Used by Dallas Cowboys players, staff, and the entire organization, Aiden provides style and functionality for all travelers. Visit AidenTheBrand.com and use code AidenXCowboys for 25% off your purchase. Travel like your favorite stars with Aiden.
Welcome back into Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by Invisalign. We're going to wrap things up here with who made you smile? Ladies,
Yeah.
from the game on Monday night.
I'm going to go to the sideline
Okay.
and to DCC, our fifth-year cheerleader and one of our group leaders, Armani. The Cowboys cheerleaders used Monday night's game, as the players did for My Cause, My Cleats. For the cheerleaders, it's My Cause, My Boots. I'm going to hold up this photo of Armani. This is what she normally looks like on the sideline. But her cause was alopecia awareness. Alopecia is hair loss. Armani has alopecia, and this is a wig. And she's worn it her entire DCC career. And last night, to bring awareness for alopecia, when DCC came out pregame for Thunder, thunderstruck. And then for the remainder of the game, Armani had taken off her wig, so she was bald and beautiful.
Yeah, I loved it.
And so
Inspiring.
a salute to Armani for inspiring so many people
Yeah,
across
it
the
was
world.
great.
I did see that. I didn't see it, honestly, until it took over social media. The Shade Room actually even posted it as well. So
Did they?
they posted it today.
Yeah, Please look online at the
Stunning.
different
Yeah, I
postings
think
for
she
the
looks-
Dallas
I think she
Cowboys
looks great,
cheerleaders. Yeah,
yeah.
she's beautiful, and just I talked to her. Do a lot of work with the Cowboys cheerleaders, of course, and so she said that she had pretty much made up her mind. She thought about it in the summer
This is the
coming
first
into
time
the
she's
season.
done that, right?
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. And she had been thinking about it, but decided, I'm actually going to do it. She'd been thinking about it since the summer.
And kudos to Kelly for supporting that.
Absolutely.
That's a look, by the way.
I know. I think she looks
looks
great, though.
amazing.
Yeah, she should rock that all the time. Obviously, Rico, but I'm going to go something kind of different. Maurice Luafau, the way he kind of stepped in after Overshown, I was impressed with him. I think his line was 1.5 sacks in the fourth quarter, and then which was first of his career, and then to go along with 2 tackles, tackle for loss, and 2 quarterback hits. So not like, but just something I noticed that made me go, okay, here we go.
Yeah, yeah. I think what did Mike McCarthy call him? A striker.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
needs more opportunities
Yeah.
to develop, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
they've
this is he will
been,
now.
They've been asking him to do a lot of the dirty work. That's hard to do as a player. Especially when you feel
As
like
a
you're
rookie,
a star. Like you feel like you can be a star. He's been kind of playing the backfield for DeMarvion Overshown and those guys. He's scraping. He's taking the contact in some of these areas so they can loop around and do what they need to do. So
Yeah.
I agree with you. I was
Not super showy, but just something I liked
yeah,
that
no,
I saw.
I'm excited to see what he's gonna. This is a good time for him to, get the chance to have a little bit more opportunity as well. But who made me smile? I guess I'm gonna go with Jake Ferguson. Jake Ferguson coming back from the concussion, he's dealt with an injury this year. He's been a little nicked up this year, but you see him continue to go out there and tough it out. You see him out there blocking. His blocking, despite the fact that he's dealing with some injuries, I don't think it's taken a huge drop off to what we expect of him as a blocker. I just want to highlight him and his availability just to be back in this game and to be a part of this game. Yeah, I thought that he performed as well as he could, of course, in this game. So, Jake Ferguson.
I'm going to go Donovan Wilson.
I thought about it. He's starting to show.
I thought you were going to say that.
I thought about it.
But yeah, no, I'm going to go with Donovan Wilson. We've talked about it pretty much the later half of the season so far, is that when you play him close to the line of scrimmage, good things happen for him. Although I don't agree with that call about the fumble recovered by the Bengals.
Yeah, you thought Yoshabas fumbled.
It felt, because he tucked it.
Yeah.
And then he took 2 steps.
Yeah.
That felt like
part.
I was very on the fence about it. It's very close.
They ruled very quickly, and it's like, but they reversed what was ruled on the field. So
Ball don't lie, though, because next play.
Yep.
All right.
Go.
All right.
I'll leave it at that.
All right.
You see what I did there? All right, that has been great. We will be back here tomorrow with more Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by Invisalign. We'll see y'all back here tomorrow.
Bye.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!